Hey everyone, today we've got some Cubs news, a couple things I want to talk about. Number one, there was a rumor about, I would say 3 hours ago, that the Cubs were getting close to trading for Ryan Presley from the Astros. That's a guy I would really love on the Cubs. He's a really good closer, and then once Josh Hader came in, he kind of got put into the setup man role. And he's not been too amazing in that role, but Ryan Presley is just a guy that's been pretty good for a pretty good amount of, pretty long amount of time, and not even necessarily to be like the closer of the team for the Cubs, but just some reliable guy at the end of the bullpen would be really nice. What ended up happening was, though, there was another report from like a Astros beat writer that's more, trustworthy in that specific aspect. That said that he hasn't waived his no trade clause yet. So it could still happen. It definitely could still happen, but it's not happening yet. That could have been just like early because it was by Nightingale, of course. Like, oh, they're interested and, kind of getting ahead of the curve, but, whatever. Then what happened was we got some reports, which this was sort of, rumblings, that the Cubs were interested in and have been talking to David Robertson. And of course, he played for the Cubs a couple years ago. And I really liked him in his, small little run with them. And then he got traded for Ben Brown to the Phillies. David Robertson has an awesome story and everything. And I think he could still be pretty effective. So I really like him, especially if he can, come back and be anywhere close to how good he was on his, I think that was 22. I think that was 22. 2022. And then the last guy, which this isn't really sort of, there's been no like official report. And I say official, there's no official reports, but reports or anything, but just another guy that's been his name's been thrown out a little bit is Kenley Jansen. And I think out of those three, I think Kenley's the guy that I'd want the most. Because I think he has the most potential to be like a closer for an entire year and has really good history and stuff, So if they could get that done, that'd be cool. There was another report about like Max Scherzer and Pete Alonso getting close to signing or not getting close to signing with the Blue Jays, which that was the first time I had heard Max Scherzer the Blue Jays, which kind of is upset, sad because it's like, I really want Max Scherzer on the Cubs. I think that'd be pretty good. But yeah, that's pretty much all the news. One of the other things was I've seen a lot of the sort of reporters and people that, work around or at Wrigley, specifically the announcer, the PA announcer. I saw a photo of him. He's a really cool guy. He had on the New Jersey. And I do have to say, I think with it on, it looks pretty good. And I like it. I think, at this point, it'll just kind of determine, or it'll just be dependent on, do I like that or the Wrigleyville jersey more? So we'll see once, the season starts and everything. But, yeah, pretty exciting. Also, this was the 10-year, or it's been 10 years since Ernie Banks passed away, and he's one of my favorite players. He's definitely probably number one on the list of players that I would have loved to see play, really cool guy, really, obviously he's Mr. Cub, but yeah, so that's everything today about the Cubs, and we'll see if anything else happens. I will talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.